everybody, Ryan here, and I'm with Jay from Blood on the Dance Floor. Thanks for joining us, we appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
So let's talk about the next record. It's coming out.
Evolution.
Evolution. Now,
Evolution.
With the R in
The
parentheses.
R, no, we're crossing that out.
Crossing it out.
Because it's like, it's a revolution, evolution, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, basically it's pretty much self-described. Every song from the album is like a scene of our life and how we've progressed in our lives, things like that. So yeah, pretty much it's like the evolution. You start with like this little itty bitty little thing, and then it just becomes like bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is like, oh, we want to show like our true progression, like, all of it. Because like the last album that we did, like a lot of our old fans were like, oh my god, there's no explicit, there's no like
really
crazy sex and stuff like
they
that.
wanted you to go a little
and
farther.
I'm like, you know what, I love crazy sex, and I don't mind writing about it. So I'll write some crazy sex for you, but I'm also gonna write you some love songs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why do you feel it was so much more difficult for Blood on the Dance Floor to get going?
Well, because the fans that we like attract are like they're a younger fan base, which a lot of bands would actually die to have just because like they're the most loyal, you know what I mean?
And on the business side of things, they purchase, you know, the younger ones.
No, and that's like, yeah, but like even besides all of that, like they're like the most loyal you can find, dude. Like it's crazy. Yeah, like they will know every single word to every song right there with you. And I think a lot of bands, we got some other bands just because like at first it was just me, Davi, like on stage. It was like backing tracks and it was like basically two mics or like doing karaoke. So not a whole lot of musicians have respect for us, you know. They're like, oh, blah blah blah, and like just it's whatever. And then we just got picked from like all the Christians, all the parents, because we made music that sounded like techno, which a lot of people, like a lot of the kids were into.
Right.
But the lyrics weren't specifically written for kids. They were written by us who are adults, and like they just like the music. The kids, like, I mean, half the time they don't even know what like the lyrics, like the really sexual like meanings and stuff like that. Like some of them just, you know, but the parents do, and they see it and they're like, oh my god, I gotta ban this band from life.
Yeah, so like there was that petition at one point.
Moms Against Blood on the Dance Floor Warped Tour.
Yeah, so like what did all that mean? Like what happened with that?
You know what, I laughed hysterically. I think that's amazing. That like,
I mean,
because like, your haters are almost as good as your fans.
Right.
Like,
well, look at other artists in the past who've gotten similar treatment, and look where they ended up.
Exactly.
You know, Korn,
Marilyn Manson, Eminem, like all those people. Like they all started out like hating pays, dude.
And so why is there such a big target? I mean, we've talked about the lyrical content and everything like that.
Yeah, it's the way we look a lot too, and the way we just like, I guess, personify ourselves over the internet as like different people. Because like the way I am in person is completely not how I talk online or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like just bitchy and like ignorant and like sexual all the time, and like honestly, I'm just not.
Right. So like when it's just
chill
you and your element, so
just chilling.
Is it kind of like a character or an extra persona?
It's totally a persona. Like I could never like. I'm never like this on stage. I'm just like, I go ape shit. As soon as I'm off of it, like I'm back to being shy little self-anxiety self.
Where does that come from then? This inner.
I don't know.
Alternate.
I feel like I just live life as like myself, and then like when I have to be, I just become another person. Like it's really easy when there's an image that goes along with it, you know?
Right.
Like when I can wash off my face and like put a hat on and just wear gym shorts and like just look
and maybe
as normal as I can possibly look. Like that's easy to differentiate like the persona, you know?
Right.
Davi's the same way. Like we're both like just chill human beings, and then like when we're all like in face, it's like total different people.
Those come from certain experiences you've had throughout life? Like, are there certain inspirations that brought these out?
Personally, I don't know. Mine probably comes from being bipolar. I have really bad bipolar disorder, and I honestly like the two different personas really let me like vent it all out.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. Because I get to be like two different people.
Right.
Like, and it's accepting because of like.
Yeah. Right.
And they're like, "Oh, you're in a band. You're allowed to do that." I'm like, absolutely, crazy people.
Sure. How much of an effect does that have on your creativity?
A lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If in case you've heard some of the music, I'm sure. Yeah. We like a little bit of everything, so being all split in different ways in your mind, it just comes out that way.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that a lot of bands limit themselves and put themselves in a corner by only doing one thing and only writing about one thing and only doing one genre and not like going outside of the box, because when people started doing that, like Manson, he was metal, but he also did a lot of experimental things, and that's what pushed him to the top, because he had it, but then there was something different about him that everyone just like fell in love with. Right. It's just like that.
People felt Manson was exploiting the disenfranchised youth.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't feel like I'm corrupting anyone's mind.
Yeah.
I started noticing, like me and Dami both started noticing that like there's a lot of people, like a lot of kids that look up to us. And that's when we started writing like from our life experiences that we had problems with, because like before that we were just like two faces with music, you know, and then like now it's like you give a personality and you let people know that like I've been there too. Right. You know what I mean? Because they don't ever like see us as human. Sometimes they just see us as like superheroes because like they idolize us. But like when you're able to relate to somebody that you look up to, then you know you look up to them even more, because you like see like the battle they went through and where they are in that specific time of day, and it's like that's cool. Yeah. So I like being able to send out that positive message like, as well. But as far as like the other people, I don't want to say I'm corrupting their children's minds and whatnot. I'm like, you know what? Like this day and age, like I lost my virginity at 14. Like I know what kids are doing out the day. Like I was like, I'm not causing any harm.
Yeah. So have you gotten any interaction with fans? Have you heard any like stories that kind of maybe how your music might have inspired someone, or have they shared a similar?
I have quite a few kids that message me on a daily basis, if not like come up to me at shows, and like there's been a few people that like they'll ask me to like sign their arm or something, and I'll like move their bracelets out of the way, and they're just like all like cut to shreds.
Oh yeah.
And like that's when I honestly just take them aside and like talk to them and tell them like, you know, you really shouldn't do that, because all you're doing is harming the people around you. You're not really harming yourself. And like there's like, because they have like their parents there, and like their parents like care enough about them to bring them to Vans Warped Tour to see their favorite band.
Sure.
And, like, just like, you know, like have some love for the people that love you. You know, because like suicide, all that kind of that self-infliction, it's just selfish. Yeah. And like you just like let them know that, and like, and it's like, I know it seems like a hard time in life, but you just got to get past it. And once they're over that hill, like it's just smooth sailing all the way down. Like you're good.
Right. Right. You obviously have an impact on other people's lives, probably, you know, more so than the average Joe walking around. You know, it's what do you find yourselves doing with that kind of, I guess we'll say, power?
Well, I've done quite a bit of like testimonials about like bullying and stuff, because I had like a very, very crazy childhood when I was like in middle school and everything. I lived in like a small town. It was just like probably like it's pretty bad. It was awful. But like I think that me talking about that, I've had a lot of people tell me that, you know, it like helped them with what was going on in their life, because that's like the biggest thing right now. Is
it's
like
a really
bullying.
big topic. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and like cyberbullying, like I'm over it. Like someone says something to you on the internet, like block, delete. It's not a big deal. You can just erase them from your life. But like in real life, you can't just hit a delete button and expect somebody to go away. And like bullying never isn't gonna, like, it's not gonna stop. But there's things you can do to cope with it, which is what I try to help people with.
It was really nice to meet you. We'll do one of these.
Tour stop, for sure.
Excellent. Thanks, man.